If you've been diagnosed with cancer, this is the one thing that you're going to need to do. This is going to really help you out in the long run, so pay attention. Once your pathology comes back and it's positive for cancer, you're going to need to really stay organized. It's so important because you're going to see so many doctors, you're going to undergo so many tests, and if you're not organized, you'll be really confused. Set yourself a binder and have dividers because you're going to need the contact information of all of your doctors or any pertinent people. For example, if you go to a cancer center, oftentimes they'll have a social worker or a therapist, dietitian. You need all of that information. So you're going to need a section for all of the pathology reports. You want a section for imaging studies and lab work. You also want to have an area in there for any surgical procedures, hospital stays. All of that information becomes very important because we, your doctors, will want to see that because it may affect how your treatment goes. The other thing that you want to do is have an area where you write down all of your questions that you may have so that when you go to your next appointment, you have these questions, because oftentimes you get so tired after going through treatment that you will forget things that are important that you need answers to. The other thing that's really important once you're diagnosed with cancer and you are opting for treatment is you're going to need a good support system. That includes family, maybe a good friend, a neighbor that you can trust, somebody that's going to be your support system, because during that treatment time you're going to be exhausted. You're not going to have the energy to take care of yourself or drive yourself to the doctor, so you're going to need a support system. The other thing too is the emotional component. That's important to address because you will go through depression because this is a life-changing event and you're going to need a lot of help. So make sure that you are aware of support groups that can really help you out with that. If your finances are going to be affected, which it usually always does, make sure that you stay in touch with the social workers that are going to be involved with the cancer center, and they're going to make sure that you have proper insurance coverage. Sometimes you may need transportation, you may need help with groceries, things like that. They'll be able to get you in touch with the right people. Just make sure you stay in touch, and that's why it's important to have that binder, because you're going to need to write their names down and their contact and all of that. So hopefully this was helpful to you. This is just a tip that I give all of my patients, and in the midst of all of your treatments, it's going to get really frustrating because there's just so much information thrown at you, and you really need to confine that into one little area. So it's just a thing that I have my patients do. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I wish you the very best health. I hope you never ever have to go through cancer, but if you do, hopefully this information helps you out. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.